How to attract a Gemini male. First thing I need to tell you guys is a Gemini male loves attention. They like for you to laugh at their jokes. Gemini male isn't usually very difficult. They like to have someone who is very attentive to their needs. One thing you need to be is be very intelligent when it comes to a Gemini male. You have to fertilize that flower. If they are giving you something, you must give something back to them. You have to be the one who is interesting and have new topics for them to be able to bounce off on. You have to meet them where they are. You must, because a Gemini male loses interest very quickly. And you need to be creative, outgoing, have a sense of excitement. This guy is very romantic, okay? He's on his toes. So be constantly re-innovative. Reinvent yourself. Make yourself new every time you see him. It could be a challenge, but, just be very interesting. You know how to be interesting, right? Go with the flow. Make sure that you are coming up with new things, new ideas for him to be able to feed off of. They are thinkers, very big thinkers. They love intelligence. When it comes to you thinking, you being able to talk about your goals, things that you want to do in life, and also talk about their goals. What do they want to do? To your Gemini of interest, say, Gemini, what do you want to do? What are your future goals? What are your next 5-year plans? They'll let you know. They'll tell you because they have thought about it. Definitely have thought about it. Flirt like crazy. Be very flirtatious with them, be open, Flirting is essential when it comes to a Gemini male, in order to seduce him. He likes somebody who's very flirtatious, someone who, not with others, just with him. You can engage him when he has a situation where he wants to flirt with others and want to talk to other people. Don't be jealous, Don't be jealous. He's someone who wants to keep up with your intellect and your wit. Don't be jealous when it comes to him. Don't be jealous when it comes to him when he's in an environment and he wants to talk to other people. Because he does like that. He likes to talk to other people while he's with you. But he doesn't feel like it's a problem. And that's the situation where he wants someone who is like, okay, well, is this person a thinker? Is this person, we on the same page? A Gemini male is full of excitement. But one thing about him, with all his excitement and all his wanting to do things and go new places and do new things, give him his space. Lots of space. The Gemini male will run a mile away from you if he feels like anyone is foolish enough to think that they can slow him down, because he's very fast paced. He wants to have his space and he wants to go at his own space. So don't be fooled when you're thinking that you can, tie him down very quickly, because it's going to be a challenge. It requires you to trust the process when it comes to him, which might not be so easy. It might not be so easy to calm this. This is a charmer. The Gemini male is a charmer. He is a charmer. He's able to talk you right out of your panties. Able to talk you into doing things you may not even want to do. But he is so, he is very persuasive in the way that he does. He does get annoyed if you become jealous. Be a good conversationalist with a Gemini male. You have to be able to hold a conversation. That hi and bye or WYD is not going to work for him. Some of you guys may not know that. It's what are you doing? What are you doing? And they shorten it with text, right? It doesn't work. He wants to he may even, when it comes to text messages, he may even bombard you with text messages, but it will be constant. If it's a short text message, it'll be 1,000 of them. If it's a long text message, it'll be a whole book and him telling you how he feels. But to seduce him, you're going to have to make him laugh. You're going to have to be funny, witty, quick on your toes. You're going to have to make sure that he is not seeing through you. Because some Geminis think that they're more intelligent than you are, so they may be able to see through you. So be genuine, okay? Be genuine. It's no big deal if you really want to get to know a Gemini or get them into an intimate encounter. But, to entice him, you have to entice him mentally. It has to be a situation where you're mentally challenging him, not in a way where you're overstepping the bounds. Agree with him, but also let him know that, you see where he's coming from, but you have your own ideas and you can help him in his ideas, but also are learning and letting him teach you something. So, be like, oh, wow. Oh my gosh, Mr. Gemini. That was so amazing. But you know what I think? Oh, I don't know if want to know what I think. But do you want to know what I think? And you'd be like, yeah, what do you think? Yeah, what do you think? Because they talk really fast, right? Yeah, what do you think? And just, tell them what you think and be like, what are your thoughts on it? And he will sit there and tell you what he thinks that you're trying to say, because a Gemini will always try to let you know what what you were trying to say. What you were trying to say is, well, what you meant to say was, that's what they do when it comes to that. But ask about their goals, even if they're 90 years old, whether they're 20 or 90 years old, they will always have some future goals. My future goals are, I want to become X, Y, and Z. My future goals are, I am going to graduate college. A Gemini will be in college or go to higher learning when they are 40, 50, 60 years old. They'll be a freshman in college. So just be like, wow, that is awesome. That's amazing, because they always have, and they write things down of what they want to do in their future goals. So be supportive in that. Don't criticize them on it, because they'll look at you as far as criticizing, what did you do with yourself? Even if you are a graduate, you're into your career, and they'll be like, okay, so what are you going to do next? Is that all of you? They want to know if you just stopped growing, because a Gemini is a grower. They are always growing. They're always planting seeds. No matter if even if they're successful, they're still planting seeds. Even if they're successful, they still have not stopped. And a lot of Geminis, even if some of them may not be so motivated to actually do something, some of them are all in their head. Depending on what their rising moon is, they may still be in their head and still have these thoughts on paper, but never actually materialize them. They need someone to keep up their intellect, okay? They need somebody to keep it up, because sometimes they can be a little lackluster when it comes to that, and they could be like, okay, well, if they're around people that aren't growing, they don't grow. They may be innovative in their ideas and their thoughts, but they may not grow, because they'd be like, okay, they're stagnated by their environment. They're Geminis, meaning that they can be both sides. They can, birds of a feather flock together type things, but they'll always feel stagnated, always feel like someone is keeping them back or holding them back from what they want to be in life. They will feel like, and have that regret factor later on in life. Like, I should have done this. I should have done that. I was able to do this, but something stopped me. I was around the wrong people, the wrong crowd. Sarcasm. A Gemini will use sarcasm. Don't take it personal or offensive to you, because sometimes the Gemini will be very sarcastic in things that they say. They don't mean it. They're looking for a laugh. They're looking for something that lighten up especially if it's a situation where it's getting really heavy. They will use sarcasm in order to lighten the mood. Go with it. Don't take things personal when it comes to the Gemini, because the next moment they're sweet after they've been harsh. They can be very harsh, then be very sweet, and they can always say, I'm sorry. And the next moment you'd be like, oh, I didn't know you didn't act like you were sorry. But they will apologize. They'll be a friend forever. If you start off with a Gemini's friendship, oh, you have a friend for life. A friend for life. A Gemini male will always become your friend first. Oh, yes, they will try to sleep with you and want to have that intimate encounter, but you guys can be friends afterwards. You guys can always maintain a friendship. When it comes to landing a Gemini male and wanting him to be your husband, wanting him to be with you, wanting him to be a part of your life, you cannot have it to where you are being over possessive or controlling when it comes to a Gemini male. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. Because once you have a Gemini male, and once he is there for you and he knows that you are there for him, he'll love you forever. He will never forget you. He will never let you go. Never. And if you ask him, he'll tell you. Once I get married, once I love hard.